This is John from Clean Codecast, and welcome to my YouTube tutorials. Hey everyone. So in this video, we're going to get our project running inside a Docker container. This will not be a how-to Docker video, but how to get our Ktor project running inside of the Docker container for local development. So I will go over running the project inside the container and how to make a request to it, including auto reload. For the remainder of this project, I will be inside a Docker container for development. You can ignore any Docker setup or commands in the future if you are still running Gradle locally to run your project. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, with our project open, we need to add a couple new files to the root of the directory. So let's start by adding the first one, and we'll name it Docker file. And then inside this file, we're going to say from openjdk 12-jdk-alpine. And what that is that's the image that it's going to use to build our project. So from here on a new line, we can say run apk add -- no cache bash. And bash will allow us access into the container so we can run a command. So we're going to set the working directory. So on a new line, type workdir and / Gradle project. And it's important that you keep this name, the same name as your folder right now. So my project's root folder's name is Gradle project. And I'm going to replicate that over here. It's important that you use the same name. Otherwise, you'll find that the auto reload doesn't work for you. All right, so now that I've covered that, on a new line, we're going to add command, and we're going to say / Gradle w run, and we can save it. All right, now that this file's done, we can go ahead and close it. And in the root of our project, we can create a new file, call it docker-compose.yml. And we're going to give this some properties. We're going to say version 3.6. And then services, we'll call it app, and we'll designate where the Docker file build file is, which is in the root of the directory, and we'll give the container a name, and we'll say Gradle app, and we'll specify the volumes to sync up. If you remember, this is the project or the folder that we created inside of it, inside the Docker file as the working directory. We want to sync up these files inside this on the container. And then we'll specify its ports, which are 8080. And we'll expose that port 8080 and we can save it. And now we can close that file. Now it's really important at this point, if you have not installed Docker yet, to go and do so now. Then you can continue on with us with the rest of this video. All right, saying that, let's continue on. So we can go to the terminal, and inside our root project, we can type docker compose up -- build. Now this will take a few minutes. All right, looks like it finished. So now that it's done, we can open up, or we can go to a new tab inside our terminal, and we can type in docker exec-t-i and Gradle -app, the same container name that we gave it inside the Docker compose file, and we'll type bash. That's it, we're inside the container. And to prove that we're inside our root project, you can see that we have our files here. So now I can run / Gradle w -t install this, just like we did before in our auto reloading video. Once it's done running, you'll see waiting for changes to input files of task. So now we can go to Postman, and we'll go to localhost 8080 / user, an endpoint we visited before in the past. And we can click send. There you go, you can see the 3 users that get inserted when we start our project. So now we can go back to our code and let's find that endpoint users or user. And let's comment out call.respond users, and we'll say call.respond text. And in double quotes, we'll say hello Ktor, and we'll save it. Now we can go back to terminal. You'll see change detected, executing build. And then we can go over to Postman. We can click send. And it says hello Ktor. And we can go back to the code, and we're going to comment out that line and put users back. And we'll go ahead and save it. You'll see change detected, executing build. We'll go over here. We'll just click send. And you'll see that it's now returning more users than before, but that's because it reruns the process, which inserts 3 users every time. So as you saw, that was actually really fast. Typically, the build and reload time doesn't take very long, and you'll notice when you switch between changing the code and over to Postman again, usually almost always the changes will have already taken effect. I imagine as the project gets bigger, it'll probably take a little bit longer, maybe becomes a little more tedious. But as of right now, with our low code base, it's almost instant when we do it, even though the building process says it's still building. That is all it really takes to get a basic Docker container running our project. So some of the things I want to cover in the upcoming videos is creating a database container so I can remove the memory database we're using now. I am going to create a network in the YAML file so our project can access the database container. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and are looking forward to the future ones that are coming. If you did enjoy this video and would like more, subscribe and click that bell so you're notified when I release a new video. Also, make sure you hit that like button and leave a comment letting me know something you would like to see in the future, or just say hey. As always, this is John from Clean Codecast, signing off.